Hello, everybody. This is MC Recovery in the house and Relapse show. So, remember to subscribe. I thought I was live a while ago, so I'm just chilling. Right at the house, I seen this debate, and I'm crossing over onto different channels and to see if we can get some sort of point of view of what's going on right out here. Or is this? Maybe I was.
Have actually called her out
Yeah,
on.
I'm
But overall,
double.
President Trump still delivered the truth. He delivered the facts. He shared and spoke what most Americans are concerned about. They're concerned about the border. They're concerned about inflation. We have his record of 4 years with her 3.5-year record underneath Joe Biden to look at.
You know, hey, I'm back. I don't know if I'm still on the same show. Uh, Man, I'm all over the place on this thing. So, let me see if I can get back up some of the screams I had earlier. So, feel free to leave a reaction. These are some of the channels that I be listening to. And so I can get a different point of view from different age groups, different sex, and different culture. So, I don't know how it's going to look. First time practicing this. Seeing somebody already got a live up, and these the brothers I was listening to earlier. So let's check them out to start back what I was doing. Oh man, the Carter family. Let's check out some of what they talking about. And they go a little something like this. There it is. So let me get the thing up.
She's opposed fracking. She tried to say she's not against private health care. She said she was against that. So if she's flip-flopped on all these policies, how can we trust anything she says? I mean, literally, guys. Like,
We got to think about it.
What?
I mean, Trump could have. I mean, the way he just formulates it, I don't know, bro.
That's his,
I don't
that's
know,
his
bro.
style.
It's his
bro.
style.
That's what got him to this point.
Yeah, I can't. People love him, so but I mean, how you just said that. That's a great way to. It would have been great.
How can we trust anything you said? You're not answering the questions that they're asking, and you're focusing on attacking him. That's what you should say. You haven't answered a single question. You focused every response you had on me, trying to tear me down to show why you're better than me. But you tear me down, say I'm this, but you've yet to say how you're gonna fix the problem.
Last assessment. Last little question. So 1 through 100, how good did Trump do? I give him
70. 75.
Okay. That's where I was gonna be at, probably.
75.
I would say
That's crazy. In my opinion,
I would say in that range.
He kept it 100. He addressed stuff that I didn't expect him to address, and with the great stuff, I feel like he couldn't address it any other way. I give him an 85. I give him at least a B.
To be 100. I mean, bro, hey, you know, we know you still rocking with Trump. Everybody knows we still rocking with Trump.
I'm
Still
still
rocking with
Trump.
Hey, Tyreek Hill don't
This
get
debate right here,
right on
to
me, was like a 65.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, no,
I think that they're going to. I think that a lot of media outlets are going to say that Kamala won.
Oh, 100%.
I think that
100%.
I just don't think that he stuck to the points that he should have stuck to. I remember even I forgot bro's name from Fox, the black dude. He said he doesn't need to get into like an emotional thing. He needs to keep it about the debates and about the policies because she doesn't have any policies. And I just felt like that didn't happen to the point that I wanted it to. I still think that Trump. I obviously think that Trump is the best candidate. Like I've said that time. I might have blew in the face on here. But in this debate specifically, I just feel like he may have went a bit off the plan and got a bit emotional and went for a few of the traps.
Yeah, and anybody probably would have, bro, because you got shot, bro. Like,
I'm sorry, y'all gonna eat me up for saying that, bro. But
no, you know, bro. No,
I'm not here to say what I thought, and that's what I think, bro. That is what I think. I'm sorry.
That's what you think, bro.
But that's what
I
really
just
think.
like, bro. He had to get emotional, bro. You think about it, though, bro. I mean, I know he's the president, bro, but he has been going to court case, and then he got shot, and then all this, you know.
I understand,
being demonized.
Bro,
I got a
question.
It's pretty crazy.
My question: what? Everybody keeps saying, you know, he got, you know, baited. What situations was y'all feel like was his most baited?
The most baited. The first thing I noticed he baited when she said something about the size of the rallies, he took that shit instantly.
Yeah, she had him fucked up.
Yeah, no, and then that was the point where I noticed. That was the point where I noticed he started getting riled up a little bit.
Yeah, don't play with the rally.
I was all right. She's like, you should go to his rallies. People get bored, and he was not going for that.
One thing I can say that they had him messed up about was the his MAGA supporters. He said,
MAGA, nigga, what?
His MAGA supporters.
Lucky.
It's his MAGA supporters, man, about the J6, bro. He was not going for none of that.
I think that's a great question because he's like, okay, a lot of them went to jail. Why are the people that are coming to the country illegally and committing crimes not going to jail? That was a great question.
Yeah,
I think that's a great thing. She didn't answer like what about the illegals that are here. She didn't answer what the plan was. He also didn't answer how he was.
Let's check out the next one.
Hi, this is Senator Bernie Sanders.
Well, just give me a minute. You know, this whole election process been something else. It's my first time doing this sort of live, struggle streaming over here. It looked easy when you're watching other people do it, but you know, I'm just gonna have to like remove that one off. And I had one I wanted to look at, but somehow they ain't letting me get to it. And it's another screamer I wanted y'all to look at. And I think I remember his name, Meet Kevin, because that's a whole nother thing. It's making dollars make sense. And he had told.
I know I saw some, people in the comments, and they're entitled to their opinion, saying things like, "Oh, Kevin, you're not in tune with your audience here." Like, first of all, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And so, if you don't think I'm not in line with my audience, go after yourself, because I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you when I see something that I think is a fact check, I'm going to give it to you. When I think Kamala Harris did a better job than Donald Trump, I'm going to tell it to you. Does that mean I want Kamala to win? Well, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to vote for. I'm going to vote for Meet Kevin because everybody should vote because that brings tax dollars to your region. Everybody should vote. But I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I don't give you advice on how to vote. You should vote how you feel. I'm just going to provide you information. And I need to maintain a 50-50 position on my channel because if you come to me for financial advice by going to stockhack.com or you go to meetkevin.com to join those courses on building your wealth, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. I want you to make money. I want you to build wealth through real estate. I want you to build wealth through a properly diversified portfolio that isn't all in YOLO options, that isn't all in on VOO and the S&P 500, and you're missing the benefits of real wealth you could be getting from real estate. Or maybe you're all in on real estate and you're missing the diversifier of stocks and bonds. That's what I care about. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. And I'm always going to be clear about that. I'm not going to cater to one audience because that's what people want to hear. I also have no idea, what kind of bot influences there are out there. The politicians spend money on bot farms to encourage influencers to take down videos they don't like by disliking them or, upvoting certain comments. I don't care. I'm not here for the numbers. I'm here for the truth. And if you like that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so very much for being here. Remember, the flash sale coupon code does end within about 47 hours here. I want everybody in their lives to always be able to experience the following.
Big PP.
And to all of those of you interested in joining, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I'll be live on the Meet Kevin Market live stream tomorrow morning. I'll be talking about my multi-million-dollar hedge in the course member live stream tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Obviously, as always, you should
evaluate your own suitability.
And
email staff@meetkevin.com. Go to meetkevin.com. Past performance does not guarantee, promise, or imply future returns. Don't sue me, bro.
And so if any of that frustrates you or makes you nervous, remember, you could always get life insurance in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life.
Learn how to use it.
Paid promotion on the channel. So to summarize, the edge of this debate went to Harris. I explained exactly why. That's my take. Bottom line out of all of this, to summarize, financial advice, stockhack.com. Flash sale on the coupon codes, meetkevin.com. You want a mastermind in person with a small group of 20 to 30 folks? I think we've got one spot left. meetkevin.com/mastermind. The next one's in a few weeks.
So
that's it. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good luck, everyone.
Well, let's see what Coach is doing.
A few hours, and on November 3rd, 1903, the nation of Panama was born. With the opening of the Panama Canal, the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans were joined, reducing a ship's journey from New York to San Francisco by 9,000 miles. Roosevelt's vision made the canal a reality, and the feat helped make America a world power. You're watching An American Moment. When Rosa Parks stepped on that Montgomery, Alabama bus on December 1st, 1955, she didn't set out to make history. She just wanted to get home. Montgomery's segregated buses had divided seating, white passengers in front, colored passengers in the back. When the bus driver needed more seats for his white passengers, he ordered her and 3 others to vacate their seats. The others complied and moved, but Rosa quietly refused and was quickly arrested. Working alongside Dr. Martin Luther King, Rosa's arrest sparked a highly effective citywide protest with African Americans boycotting city buses. Rosa's protest and resulting boycott didn't end segregation, but it sparked a movement that ended the racial system, paving the way for a more equal society. You're watching An American Moment.
We have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics, and also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening with towns throughout the United States. You look at Springfield, Ohio. You look at Aurora in Colorado. They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently. These are the people that she and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country. They're dangerous. They're at the highest level of criminality, and we have to get them out. We have to get them out fast.
Welcome back to N2's live coverage of Debate Night in America. And I got to tell you, that may have been one of Donald Trump, the former president's strongest pieces in focusing in on illegal immigration, the border crisis, an issue that he has hammered since he first got into politics in 2015. He's beating Kamala Harris on that issue by double digits, has been the whole time. And Bianca, I would add,
how could he not be, right?
Absolutely. One sentence review of this debate from Donald J. Trump on Truth Social. I thought this was my best debate ever, especially since it was 3-on-1. That might be the headline.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. The moderators directing the questions and not asking things about, you know, the Venezuelan gangs that we're seeing take over Aurora, which Donald Trump just alluded to.
He was forced to bring up all of those things time and time again, because to your point, the moderators were not focused on the issues that a lot of Americans care about.
Yes, and it's not just at the border. It is all across our entire nation. But again, there could be another debate in the works. Kamala's spokesperson saying they want an October debate. So tonight may not be the last one. We'll see. Obviously, a lot of Americans still want to know more about her, and not just through the filter of some biased moderators. Pleased to bring in right now retired Border Patrol agent and the sheriff of Terrell County, Texas, Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland. Always good to see you, sir. You know, you're on the front lines. You know that the Biden DOJ is suing Texas for trying to defend the border, dereliction of duty by Mayorkas. Yet here we have moderators, when Donald Trump just succinctly puts it in how dangerous it is because of their policies, dismantling his border policies. Barely even a follow-up by these moderators here. She was able to sort of turn this debate into something that, you know, is such a snow job. What was your reaction from down in Texas this evening?
Howdy, Bianca. Howdy, Ed. Good to be on the show with you. And,
great to have you.
You know, the only talking point that this administration and Vice President Harris can use against President Trump, and it's not factual, is that Senate bill. Look, the big difference on the Senate bill versus the House bill, H.R. 2, that was passed in the House and never introduced at the Senate. H.R. 2, the House bill, dealt with border security. It's what we need to help secure the southern border with Mexico. The Senate bill dealt with immigration. It had nothing to do with border security. It was dealing with immigration, allowing people in. So that's what they attempt to use with President Biden or President Trump. But I think he did a great job on the border. She, as she's done before, just a small portion on the border, and then she changes the topic and goes on to other things. You know, we all know, and Bianca, we visited many times before on the border, and it continues to be ignored. And until we get another president in the White House, things aren't going to change.
You know, Sheriff, you make some great points on the border. I know you're also intently focused on battling crime as well. And if our team can tee up the soundbite Z12, I want to show an example where crime should be front and center in this debate, but it's an example of ABC's David Muir, quote unquote, fact checking Donald Trump, when in fact he wasn't really telling the truth. Donald Trump was about the FBI and crime stats. Let's listen.
Crime in this country is through the roof, and we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
excuse me, the FBI they were defrauding statements. They didn't include the worst cities.
You know, Donald Trump is right. The mainstream media doesn't want to admit it. Sheriff, you know this. Those numbers by the FBI are cooked. The idea that violent crime is down during the Biden-Harris administration is just absurd. Donald Trump told the truth, but the moderators made him look like he was lying.
And again, they want to take that focus off the border. And what we've seen across America, across various states with the Venezuelan gangs, we still have MS-13 members that have kind of, not that they've fallen off the map, we're not seeing it as reported much. Out here in the Permian Basin, West Texas, where we have, Midland, Odessa, and the oil and gas drilling. Look, we've had a huge number of Cubans and some Venezuelans coming in to drive trucks, but it's increased the oil field crime. They're still in equipment. They're still in fuel. It's a huge unchecked problem that we don't see reported a lot. But going back to these Venezuelan gang members and as well as other gang members that enter our southwest border, look, until these sanctuary, not just states, but sanctuary cities, counties, municipalities who avoid enforcing the law, and they'd rather, utilize politics rather than enforce the law. That's huge, and Americans are suffering and will continue